Today we're diving into something that affects many people with autism called code switching. Maybe you've heard the term or maybe not. But did you know that it can be particularly challenging for individuals with autism? Let's break it down and explore how it works and why it matters. Code switching is the practice of adjusting your language, your tone, or behavior based on who you're with or the situation that you're in. For example, you might talk differently with a friend than you would with the boss, or you act differently at a party compared to a family gathering. It's an essential social skill for many people, but for those with autism, it can be tricky to pick up on the unspoken rules that guide these changes. For many people with autism, understanding and responding to subtle social clues does not come naturally. Things like body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions can be overwhelming or hard to interpret. This makes code switching feel like a constant challenge. It's like trying to figure out an unspoken rule book that others seem to understand without even thinking about it. When code switching doesn't happen easily, it can affect relationships and social interactions. A person with autism might come across as too formal, too blunt, or even socially distant, without even meaning to do so. This can lead to misunderstandings or even feelings of isolation, as others may not understand that these adjustments are just too complex to manage all the time. But don't worry, there are ways to make it easier. Here are a few tips for managing code switching with autism. Know your
1.
social
Know your
settings.
social
It helps to
settings.
recognize when you're in a different social situation, like at a family gathering versus a formal meeting. Knowing these differences can prepare you for the changes in behavior that you might need to make. Practice makes perfect. Like any other skill, practice helps. Role-playing different social scenarios with someone you trust can help you become more comfortable with how to adjust your tone or language. Use visual or written clues. Sometimes reminders or written scripts can help you navigate these situations. It might sound simple, but having something to refer to can make a big difference. Don't be hard on yourself. Remember, code switching is a learned skill, and it's okay to make mistakes, because everyone struggles with it from time to time. Code switching can be tough for people with autism, but understanding why it's difficult and finding ways to manage it can make a huge difference in social situations. It's all about finding strategies to work for you and being patient with yourself. Do you have any tips or experiences with code switching? Feel free to share.